Hello everybody, this is Zerda with Zerda MTG, and I'm back at it again today with some more budget mono blue flash. So made absolutely no changes, still gonna be doing best of one. Honestly, I'm just playing this because I've been kind of neglecting ladder for a while, and I do want to see if I can make it to Mythic or not. Just off the back of, you know, mainly playing when I'm recording. So if you're new to the channel and haven't seen the deck before, this is a fairly straightforward deck. Just 4 Spectral Sailor, 4 Curious Obsession, 4 Sea Dasher for card advantage, creature interaction. We have 3 Unsummon, 4 Merfolk Trickster, 4 Brazen Borrower. Big threats, we have Brazen Borrower as kind of a big threat, Brine-Born Cutthroat, and Fairy Vandal, which will all kill our opponents fairly quickly. For spell interaction, we have Syncopate, Negate, and Mystical Dispute. The split between these is because honestly I can't really decide what I like the most. Negate has moments where it's just the best counterspell in our deck. Syncopate is really good early game. Mystical Dispute is practically necessary because other blue decks will be running it, and if you don't have it, you're at a huge disadvantage. It's also a nice way to bridge the gap between Negate and Syncopate. Being able to just counter something for 1 mana is also fairly huge. It lets us say counter to Fairy the turn we also want to deploy Brine-Born Cutthroat. So they cast a Fairy on turn 3, we go Brine-Born plus Mystical Dispute, and we now have a huge tempo advantage and a bigger creature than we should have on curve in blue. So that's basically the deck, and let's run it through. I just haven't been able to find a sideboard I necessarily like right now. So that's why we're not going to be doing any best of 3. Monocolor does give you that disadvantage, but if you build into blue-black, you start getting a lot more, sideboard options. I'll see if I can do a budget-ish blue-black deck. The budget will not include the mana base, mind you. I just don't think that if you're playing more than one color, you can afford to skimp on the mana base. Alright, on the draw, but we do have a big threat, some card advantage, and some interaction, no matter what our opponent is. Alright, more mono white. This matchup can be tricky to navigate, but I don't think it's unfavorable. It's also fairly popular in Historic, so you do have to be prepared for it. Shadow Spear. That's unexpected. I guess it's really good with, what's it called? Leonin, no, Ajani's Pridemate, not Leonin. Okay. So I think it's more likely that I want to unsummon, if anything, next turn, which means I can Sea Dasher onto the Vandal. I think I'd rather just deploy the Brine-Born here, though. No. If our opponent doesn't equip before combat, I think I'll bring in the... Alright, that is absolutely fine. I think I'll drop Fairy Vandal to eat their Healer's Hawk here. I want their Ajani's Pridemate to stay as small as physically possible, and I want to kill as many creatures as I can. And that's the game, I guess. Opponent doesn't like that we killed a single one of their creatures, and so they've had it. Alright, we take those free wins. That was definitely not game yet. But maybe it's an opponent we played before, and they just know that things start to snowball out of control once we have any threat. I do also think this is a better deck than Mono Blue Tempo. You just have more angles of attack. You're a lot more interactive. And as long as you get a threat that starts drawing you cards at some point, you're pretty likely to win. This hand is really, really suspect. I think it's still a keeper, though, because of the amount of interaction we have, regardless of what our opponent is. As long as we draw the 3rd land. And of course it's going to be a ramp deck, which is going to make our life much more miserable. Alright, that's good. With any luck, we even get to deploy it before our opponent tries to do something truly horrifying. That's not truly horrifying, as it can be, A, outsized, not easy, but can be done. And B, much more importantly, interacted with. No attack. End turn. Question is, which counterspell will I use first? And as long as they don't have Shifting Ceratops, at some point soon, I'm pretty happy with this. Okay. I think that was a bait spell to see if I had counter magic and wait for the stop. Yeah, that's fine. No block. I'll brazen bounce it if they don't deploy something else. Alright, excellent. And the plan is to counter it on its way back down. We keep hitting land drops, I will be very happy. They will make another food here, so they'll have a lot more mana than they did last turn. Yep. Starting to wonder now if I am actually going to be able to counter it on its way back down. And more importantly, if I'm actually going to want to. Alright, so I cannot counter it on its way down. But I also don't think I necessarily want to counter it. Uh-oh. 6-drop. Yeah, sure. That's fine. I suppose they can't actually use that mana, so I don't know why I didn't try. Steel Leaf? Let's go ahead and, I can't X equals 1 Syncopate. So yeah, let's Mystical Dispute that. No attacks. End turn here. Spectral Sailor and probably C-dash onto the Spectral Sailor. Steel Leaf. So did they use that? That's my question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I'm pretty sure they can't, because it says, they have to pay the mana into this, not the creature. So X equals 2 should be good. Just hover over that so they know that they are definitely making a mistake. If their goal is to be able to pay through my counters. But not if their goal is to land a Questing Beast. Alright. That one's a problem. For shame. Alright, let's see if I can get out of this now. Not winning by not doing anything. See if I can draw an unsummon or similar. Eating a goose ain't bad. I should be able to eat their Yorvo this turn, as long as they don't do too much by C-dashing on top of the Brineborn. And then I'll have to deal with the fact I'm going to lose my Brineborn at some point to their Questing Beast, no matter what happens here. Doesn't trample, I guess. Gonna say, what's the goose coming in for? Alright. Block. And I suppose instead I'll deploy Brazen Borrower. I don't really have a reason to, yeah, because I don't really have a reason to grow it to 6 toughness if they didn't deploy the creature. Or I should say to 7. Questing Beast is now a problem. Another Yorvo. Alright, that's a good draw. So swinging with these two. Sea Dasher on to whatever isn't blocked. Yep, we make food. Under. Excellent. Alright, nice. It's basically exactly what I needed. Kulta. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm gonna eat the Yorvo. Borrower bounce. Questing Beast. Trickster is definitely one of the best draws I could have had right there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just a little bit shy of lethal. Swing on in. Draw 2 cards. We will let them both attack, is the current plan. Then we will bounce the Ghalta, Trickster, and eat the Questing Beast once it doesn't have Death Touch. Alright. They didn't gain 3. Do they have, what's it called? The wolf that fights things? Nope, that is fine. And we're gonna do this dirty. We could have just tapped pre-combat, but I do, in case something goes horribly wrong, want to, you know, do this as optimally as possible. It's no longer has Death Touch. And clean board. Let's go mono blue. Gilded Goose is fine, although it will not save me. Alright, and there is another victory for mono blue. And moving on to the next game. Alright, this hand would be so greedy to keep. It's not unthinkable though. If we did draw a second land by our second turn, we would have Spectral Sailor, Syncopate, and Sea Dasher as options. I just can't do that. That's way too greedy. I'll keep this one. been one of our two tricksters. We don't need both, I hope. Well, glad we have the combo to answer an oven. This, however, the sacrifice decks are a big problem for us. I'm wondering when exactly I want to bounce the oven. I actually think the answer is now, before they get the cat online. And when they probably want to deploy something a little more valuable than the oven on their next turn. It is risky. They might just play Obliterator instead of playing the oven back out. But it's not like we don't have answers for that right now. Glowstrider, by all means. Excellent. Tap down Glowstrider. Turn. They'll block and sack. No big deal there. I just kind of want to get the token off the field. I'm more worried about them having that out if they start getting some actual fodder out. Timurit, by all means. Can't stop that. But they're definitely choosing not to. No. Yeah, Brazen Borrower, let's go. If they use a removal spell, I will save my creature with an unsummon. Actually, yes, I will, because it does just straight up kill Timurit. Dash and you take onto Brazen. Under, obviously. Only reason I really saved it is I can just straight up trade for their creature there. Yeah, I'll take 5 for now. It's unfortunate, but I do now have to let their oven come back down. Plague Mare. Oof. Alright, that's brutal. I wish I'd gone over. I hadn't expected the -1/-1 effect. Alright, I'll be sure to watch out for that against Mono Black in the future. I was thinking they'd have something like spot removal, Murderous Rider perhaps I'd need to negate. Losing my card advantage definitely puts me quite far behind now. I'm gonna try and keep forcing through damage. Alright. I don't mind trading for creatures. Not yet, at least. Bin 3. Not worried about that yet. Mire Triton's fine. Fiend Artisan, also fine. Alright, so that's something I'm going to try and eat with Merfolk Trickster next turn. If they attack, I get to take away its ability, reduce it down in size quite a bit, and then kill it in combat. Excellent. I even get to hold up negate. Not worried about them sacking things to the oven. And what do I trade with? 5. How many cards? They have too many in the yard for me to do that yet. I don't want it to come back as a bigger threat than it currently is. I don't mind a Bojuka Bog. Don't interact with my graveyard. I do believe I'm going to lose this game, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give it up yet. Oh, I can dodge the removal. There we go. Okay. Now I can, if I find something, trade for the Woe Strider. Massacre Girl needs to be stopped. X equals 3, auto pen. Can't just trade for Woe Strider now. I do, however, need to make sure that it dies and stays dead, so, or at least dies in the first place. Excellent draw. Unfortunate at the same time because I would lose my Brazen if I try. I'm still gonna do it. Drawing the cards is worth it. Excellent. Now gain your life. I can't stop that, but I can stay ahead on card advantage. See if I can draw an unsummon instead. Not worth instantly losing to a removal spell. So, you can go ahead and bring it back. I don't care. There we go. You'll exile however many cards from the yard, you'll cast it again. By all means. Even get a token for your trouble. Alright. Furious Obsession on. Hit for 2. Draw another card. Very good. I might even want to deploy that this turn. Makes me even softer to removal though. I think it's worth being mana efficient though. And I do think I'm going to play this one risky. As in, I'm going to drop the Brineborn and then the Merfolk Trickster, instead of holding up Negate. I guess I'll change my mind if they had kept a card on top. I just want to make sure I have a very fast swap here. I'm not really going to get another chance at this. And here's where I'll be super punished by a removal spell. Alright, good. If they ever hit a cat, I'm just out of this though. I'm okay with losing my Sea Dasher Octopus here. Especially because it removes an attacker from their field. And I'm drawing enough cards that it's not really going to matter, I hope. Absolutely take action. Very good. Yes, I will draw another card. Alright. They play a cat, then I'm in big trouble still. I wish I'd waited. There we go. Grind. Then I'm summoned. That is fine. I'm actually a very, very happy man for them having put that on top, because Cauldron Familiar plus Woe Strider plus food is just lethal right now, honestly. Very fortunate they don't have a cat. No, you get the Woe Strider. Do I just deploy Borrower as a threat here? Because the more... I see their plan. Okay. They're going to find the cat. Meaning, I think I might need to. Let's see if that's me. Did I disconnect? Doesn't appear I did. Alright, opponent. It's close. Yep, I've disconnected. Dang it. And I think I might actually have this. Says I have internet. Oh, this is so bad. No! Alright, I'm gonna force close and reopen Arena. Come on, please work. Force close. Open. Please get me back in there in time. I was just debating on if I was going to hardcast the Brazen Borrower, get in for more damage there. Maybe I just need to keep the Woe Strider on. I have 2 turns to kill them. Okay. Resolve. Because I cannot counter. Alright. I'm gonna have to bounce their Fiend Artisan this turn. Or apparently it won't let me. Swing. Swing. Sorcery only? Okay. resolve. I will now draw 2 cards and see where that takes me. Not bad. Not bad at all. Stopping their upkeep. Bounce Fiend Artisan. If they leave it on top, it means that I'm dead. Got another. Gary. Uh-oh. 4. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, so I have to bounce it with its trigger on the stack. Oh, that's getting annoying. Let's see. Good, they don't have the mana to do it again yet. Imagine it's going to be a scry sack. For shame. Down to 1. Hello, Spectral Sailor. I believe I'm safe for an all-out attack here. Let's see. This definitely goes in. That definitely goes in. That gets blocked there. This gets blocked there. Because if it doesn't, they're dead. No, they're not. 7, 8, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. So let's see, this gets blocked there, that's fine. It's blocked there. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. If not, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They go up to 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, I'm good to attack with everything. And if only Blue had a way to give trample. Alright, can I find a way to stop them in so few draws? Does such a thing even exist? Alright, no cat yet. Gone through a decent chunk of their deck. Alright, I think we have it then. This would have been so much better if I'd put the Sea Dasher over instead of under the Brazen. Alright, and we got there. Absolutely not. And And there you go. Oof, that was a very hard-fought victory. We almost lost it pretty early there to the Plague Mare, but we stuck it out and managed to claw our way back in through just frankly absurd amounts of card advantage. We just had more cards to play with than our opponent, and it ended up being what won us the game there. So it looks like Arena has once again frozen. I do apologize, as I will be forced to hard close Arena, or force log out I should say, and log back in. So you'll be experiencing a blank screen for a few moments here. Do not worry, this should pass in time. Alright. So hopefully some of you were doubtful about the prowess of Mono Blue. You saw it carry me through that game and right on to a victory. Even from a very bad early position. And that's why I think this is a better deck than Mono Blue Tempo. I think Mono Blue Flash has way more play to it and can win you games in positions with Tempo that you would just be completely out of it. Because it's more interactive. Alright, so they go first, meaning a 3. I can't keep that hand. This one, however, I can snap keep. See that? That's a snap keep. Oof. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the Sea Dasher, as much as it pains me. Oh boy. With any luck, this will be a matchup that allows me to get the Curious Obsession on the Spectral Sailor here. Oh good, they're only ramp. I'll actually be able to do something with this Mystical Dispute by the time it comes online. I need to get my card advantage and my cost going right now, though. And I'm not mocking ramp here. I'm just saying, oh good, it's ramp, because our hand does not line up particularly well against other Llanowar Elf decks. Uh-oh. Or against Boltzmann. Card I didn't know saw any play. Alright. Maximum punished for disrespecting. Nissa must be happy. Trickster, sorry, Brazen Borrower, I suppose, will pick up that wolf. Oh boy. I was gonna say, and Brazen Borrower will just eat, but alright. Borrower's not gonna eat the token this turn then. Suppose it'll be Trickster. Stop that. Whatever it is. You. Bounce Mirage Spike. And block the elf. Yeah, pretty sure not playing around Fight Creature cost me the game there. I'm not sure I'm, able to just play around random Fight Creature. But, not doing so definitely didn't help me. Oh, this is gonna suck. At least I get to put a threat into play, though. See if I can draw some card advantage to make it matter. Nope. And that's game. Alright, noted. Just because you think it's mono green doesn't mean you can just jam. I don't think I made a mistake there, though. I think that was just some dumb luck of not knowing, Tolsmer and the ramp deck. Could be that I just don't know the meta as well as I think I do, though. So I'll start studying the meta again. So far, we're at 3 wins, 1 loss. Opponent goes first. It's much worse on the draw, but I still think it's a keep. And here's why it's much worse on the draw. Opponent is a blue deck, and we don't have a fast start to help us prey on them. We do have a Syncopate for the Teferi, and I will be forever grateful for that. Because Teferi is annoying. Alright, with any luck here though, this Sea Dasher won't get countered. Would I rather deploy Brazen as a threat? I don't think so. Actually, I do think so. Don't mind that. Gotta get those counters out of their hand at some point. While they're tapped out. And most importantly, while I have an unsummoned to save it. Cannot stop it. It'll bounce the Brazen. So be it.
You'll thank me later. I've got it.
I wish I had a counterspell. If I did, I'd be able to just bounce the Teferi with Brazen here. For shame, though.
Don't worry, I got this.
This is very painful. Would I rather Brazen Pre? Which frees up... No, I can't Brazen. If I Brazen the Teferi. There we go. Deploy Sea Dasher. And end the turn.
That's more like it.
Now I'm just going to ignore the Teferi and start trying to get some card draw going. That seems so wrong. So does hitting Teferi to 1 though. Yeah. I'll try and draw a counterspell for Teferi on the way back down, if the Sea Dasher connects. Alright. I was just getting blown out no matter how this happened then. I guess I'd just deploy Brazen? No, I Brazen bounce. I make them use their mana. Sure, it lets them keep Teferi, but I'd rather they... No, it doesn't. Because I get to deploy Brazen. And Trickster. So now, no matter what they do, I get to attack the character ship.
Right on schedule.
I imagine they'll bounce the Trickster. They don't want to give me an unsummoned back.
I'll protect you.
What do they do? Concern growing. Yeah, that's why I thought they would give me the Borrower though. This is risky if I do that. I'll be happy enough with this done. Beat up as much mana as I can.
I've got time.
Yeah, fighting this Teferi off is definitely cost me. I think this is going to be another loss. I haven't been able to get my wheel spinning. Managed to get the first one, but not the second. Alright. Please, oh please, let me finally clear this Teferi off the board. Shatter the shot. Alright. And that's gonna be game. I'm not beating Blue-White Control, who has the card advantage that I'm not able to deploy there. Against Mono Black, having any kind of pressure at all is why I stayed in the game, because I could claw my way back in. Against a Teferi, I can't even prevent things from getting worse, so let's just go ahead and call that one there. 3 wins, 2 losses. Starting to look a little bit worse, a little bit more average. Let's see how things go against Lena78. Yeah, that second Teferi really started to bury us. Alright, I'll keep this one. We have 2 big threats. We have an unsummon for interaction. Well, for big interaction, I should say. Burning Tree, okay. And Robber? I think as weird as it is, I'm gonna unsummon the Robber. It's just... it seems so wrong to me. But yeah, I can't let them just have that much pressure on turn 2. So, here I'll just deploy. Probably just drop a Fairy Vandal and suit it up. Or a Trickster. No reason to get aggressive yet. Let's stop them from getting their card advantage on. Get rid of as much pressure as I can. Excellent. Less excellent. Yeah, they're gonna get to do this. I will merely deploy a Cutthroat for now, I think. Seems wrong. So does Fairy Vandal, though. Alright. I would have liked that, but it's not the end of the world. Do I Fairy Vandal and start drawing? No, I think I Brineborn and start growing so that I can stop them from deploying more threats. Not good. Needed to draw something a little better than that. Alright, so Trickster it will be. Can't afford to miss too many land drops here. I need to keep up on those. Spellbreaker, I can stop this, but is it wise? I believe it is. I'm just in a bad position and I need to accept that. Next turn my position gets considerably better. I do have to attack one more time, sadly. Well, I guess I don't need to. I just want to. Fairy Vandal so it can block. Suppose I should have done that after I attacked. No real problem though. It still blocks a 1/1. I believe this will be a Merfolk Trickster on to tap down the Gully, tap down the Questing Beast. block there. Block the not legendary creatures, so if they have one in hand, they don't get to immediately redeploy. Alright. At 4, block, use, goodbye, Curious Obsession. And my opponent has way too much card advantage for me to get out of this unscratched, or unscathed, I should say. Alright, what do you discard and what do you draw? If I forgot that would be growing. Does that mean I'm just dead? I think it does. Opponent? Go. I also don't get to grow the Fairy Vandal, so I'm losing everything. Yeah, this one's definitely looking like a loss to me. At least if there's a way to win it, I don't see it. Yeah, I still even take 4 this turn. Well. Bare minimum, I'm still drawing my card. Just to make that go by faster and see what it did. Alright. Forgot about the Gallia doing that. Should have accounted for it when they hit the Fairy Vandal. That one's on me. I think we, for what it's worth, still lose anyway. But, hey. So be it. Doing a lot worse than we usually do with Mono Blue Flash. Now, next video will probably be with Dimir Flash, the upgraded version. Oof, cannot keep a hand that looks like this, especially not on the draw. I'll keep it and I'll be sad about it. Yep. Fervent Champion on the draw against Mono Red. What could possibly go wrong? 2 more Fervent Champions, perhaps? Oh, apparently so. Oh boy. There goes our good blocker. The opponent has a very, very good hand against us. Not entirely sure we're going to be able to win this one either. Still put this in. That'll likely get shocked. I just want to put it in before they have a dispute of their own. There we go. There was nowhere to put it there, though. All the mystical disputes drawn. Not lining up very well here. Well, we can't let that happen, and we can't exactly draw it profitably. And trading our card to prevent 2 damage isn't a winning strategy, so let's hope something drastic changes here. Nope. Alright. Yeah, on the draw against Mono Red. drawing all of our mystical disputes. Not a recipe for a victory. Dropped all the way down to 3 again. Rough. Alright, one more game with Mono Blue for the day, and we'll be done with that. Alright. Another mulligan. Be nice to see a split. Absolutely keep. Vandal seems like our weakest card in this hand. Another mono red. Suppose it could be blue-red wizards. Oh, if only we were so lucky. So here... Oh boy. Hello, Burning Tree. At least they can't Burning Tree into a, what's its name? Chainwheeler. Although if they have a 1-drop, they can also drop a Chainwheeler this turn. Maybe I should have trickstered the Steamkin at the beginning of combat here. Oh, is this a Chainwhirler too? Oh, good. Okay. Let's instead just stop this from getting any further out of control and hope we draw a 1-drop. This we can beat. If they'd gone any further out of control though, we'd be losing this one pretty hard. Alright, my bad. Should have trickstered pre-combat. Or pre-main phase. There we go. I'll trade with absolutely anything you swing with, opponent. There we go. Last turn. Grindborn seems pretty good now. We're only going to jump in front of This is a weak play to Chainwhirler, actually. That's bad. That grows their get 2s. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sad as it makes me, no problem. Because I need to be able to actually maintain a board presence and gaining 2 life, although it does save us from lightning strike off the top, does not win us the game. We also do need to block with absolutely everything here. Leaving ourselves without a board. And also dead to Chainwhirler. Although I suppose if we block... No, because... I guess if we block here, here, here. We leave them with 2 creatures, but we keep our Cutthroat. What could we draw from that position? Okay, that definitely goes there no matter what. They'd have 2 creatures left. There's no sense in keeping the Grindborn yet. Alright, that's game. Alright, well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.